Biden's at 264 now, and it's looking like he's gonna win Nevada. Georgia's up in the air. It's only 3,000. It's up in the air, yeah. Pennsylvania, mm, it's getting tighter and tighter, and I think that'll be a coin toss too, just like Georgia. Carolina looks like it's gonna go to Trump. Alaska looking like it'll go to Trump. I don't know why they didn't call that already, but yeah. So Trump wants a recount in Wisconsin. Biden, they're saying Biden won by 20,000 votes. So if the recount were to turn out successful, it would be Trump 224, Biden 254, which actually helps a lot. That helps, yeah. But based on what I heard, it's not likely. It's not likely. It looks like Wisconsin's gonna be with Biden, even after the even after the recount, which is this is a tight win. So if you assume that, and this is a big if, this is a big if. It might not happen. But if you assume that Trump wins Pennsylvania, Carolina, Georgia, and Alaska, all four states, he'll be at 268, which is too short. And Biden will be at 270, because we're assuming that Biden wins Nevada and Arizona too, which I think Biden's gonna win Nevada and Arizona. To be honest, he's gonna win both. So he'll be at 270, Biden, and if Trump wins Pennsylvania, Carolina, Georgia, and Alaska, he'll be at 268. So it says here 270 to win, and everywhere you go it says, oh, 270 is the magic number, but in reality, it's not good if you just end up at 270. You don't have like a 100% chance that you're gonna win. Because every election there's something called faithless electors. So actually, let me see. Yeah, 2016. I want to see how many faithless electors there were in 2016. 10. 10 faithless electors. So that could go any way, you know. Fate spotted evil. It could go any way. 10 faithless electors. Let's say they end up favoring Trump. Trump could win the election because Biden's only at 270. You know what I mean? That's why faithless electors are. They could decide the election if Biden wins. Sorry, if Trump wins Pennsylvania, Carolina, Georgia, and Alaska, which is that's kind of crazy. I don't think there's never been an American election where faithless electors decided the president, basically. You'll see more people complain about the electoral college if that happens, for sure. Yeah. But also, there's a really good chance Biden could win Pennsylvania or Georgia because he just needs one of those. Either one. Either one. I know Arizona's not being called for everyone, but MSNBC is not calling Arizona. I think Fox and other news stations are calling Arizona for Biden. We're gonna assume Biden wins Arizona, and if he wins Pennsylvania or Georgia, it's over. Carolina doesn't seem realistic right now. It says 94% reporting, 1.3% favoring Trump. Yeah, that's not gonna be for Biden. So if you're in Biden's point of view, you're hoping that you win either Georgia or Pennsylvania because if you win those, you're guaranteed to win the election. So just if you're Biden, you're just gonna wait till Georgia. There's a chance that when Georgia's called or Pennsylvania is called, the president of the United States will be called too. There's a chance. But if Trump wins both of those, right, and Nevada, they'll call it for Biden. They'll be like, okay, Biden has 270, which is the majority out of 538. Biden wins the election. Okay, that's what they'll say. But I already explained to you there were 10 faithless electors in 2016, which is, I mean, it is rare to have faithless electors, but there were 10 in 2016, you know? So if you if you win 270 to, let's say Biden wins 270 to 268, I'm not really confident in calling the election for Biden. I'm probably waiting till whenever the electors actually cast their vote, which is I think like December 15th or some sort of date like that. So basically, the election might be called in either when Georgia or Pennsylvania is called, or all the way till, excuse me, all the way till the electors cast their vote in December. Now there's a possibility that I haven't mentioned actually, the tie. Sorry, I already told you guys that. Let's say Trump wins Pennsylvania, Carolina, Georgia, Alaska, all that, right? Biden wins Nevada. It will be 270, 270, 268, right? And let's say there's like one faithless elector that votes for Trump. It will be 269, 269, which is a tie, and that's never happened before. So I'm not 100% sure, but I think the president is decided by the House, the vice president is decided by the Senate, and we know, which means there'd be a Biden Pence presidency, which is like the most 2020 result out there. Biden Pence, opposite parties. The country is divided right now more than it has ever been, or with the exception of the years leading up to the Civil War and the Civil War itself. But just imagine two people from opposite parties being like that. Biden Pence. It'd be interesting. It would be interesting to see that Biden Pence. So if it's 269, 269, it'll be Biden Pence. I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but it'll be Biden Pence because the House decides on the presidency and the House is under Democratic control. Senate would decide the vice presidency and the Senate's under Republican control. This is a historic election for sure. It's as tight as 2000, you could say that. Trump's definitely gonna drop a lawsuit too, like there was in 2000. I think he's gonna ask. I think he's asking for a recount of Wisconsin, which it makes sense. I would do that too if I were him. To be honest, it's not looking good for him though. It's not looking good for Trump, especially because a couple of days ago, not a couple of days ago, but yesterday, it looked like Georgia was gonna be an easy win. Pennsylvania is gonna be easy. Carolina was gonna be easy too. I thought he was gonna win all of those. I thought it was gonna be Biden 270, Trump 268, and really, what is it really was gonna get down to the faithless electors. But it's looking like Biden can somehow. It says 99% reporting. Maybe Biden can squeak out Georgia, closes the election out. Trump's gone. If Biden wins Georgia, right? Even with the Wisconsin recount, let's say there's a miracle and the Wisconsin recount goes in favor of Trump, still loses the election. So I mean, I guess you can say faithless electors after that, but I mean the odds of that are so tiny. It's not even worth going into, to be honest. So forget about Georgia. He has to win Pennsylvania too, and I think it's something like there's like 300,000 mail-in votes left, and we all know mail-in votes benefit Democrats. So it's looking good for Biden. It's looking good because what Trump has to do right now, he has to win all four of these and bank on faithless electors, which he's Donald Trump, so you can't rule that out for him. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Trump. This is definitely one of the most entertaining elections I've seen. I mean, I saw 2016. 2016 was pretty interesting, but it wasn't this tight. 2016 was slow, so it wasn't this tight. I wasn't there to see 2000, but I think this may be as tight as 2000. So yeah, so the election will be decided, at, at the max when the electors cast their votes, obviously, and at the minimum, or at the closest time. Sorry, I meant to say the election will be decided as soon as. Sorry, there's a chance that the election will be decided as soon as Georgia or Pennsylvania is declared. You know, it is crazy.